Hello everybody, this is Angelarts, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Telltale Games' The Batman Within. Batman the Evil Within. And yeah, as always, I am here live streaming with a lot of you. So if you guys are on the live stream with me, please give me a hello so I can give you a hello back. So welcome to the live stream. I fall into fantasy. Agent Z46, welcome back to the live stream. Welcome back Conpeto Kiss. Welcome back Werewolf 14. Jovian, welcome to the live stream. Perfect Portal, always good to see you. Dark, always good to see you. Dark, thank you very much for helping me with my internet issues, of which I had many. Redem 10, welcome back to the live stream. And I think that's it. Amber A125, welcome to the live stream. Cool. Awesome. I'm always happy when you play Telltale. Oh, thank you, Redem. Thank you. Pray to the Telltale deities for no save file issues. I really hope so, because again, as I said, that would be horribly unfortunate. Redempten. Oh, I've seen Redem's name multiple times. Redempten, Redemption, and I'm only just figuring that out. Wow, you guys are smart. I don't want to panic you, Hark, but you have 666 followers. Wow. Uh-oh. We'll see what happens with that. I guess it's Halloween, so I guess that's sort of fitting. We have Halloween and Friday the 13th. That we do, actually. That we do. I recall having exactly $6.66. Is that how you say it? Is that pounds? I actually am not familiar with that monetary symbol in my wallet once. I remember hearing that it was actually 636 rather than the infamous 666 that was the bad number. Interesting. Was that a good day or a bad day? Just an average day. Cool, this could be fun. Spooky, scary, harky tons sends shivers down your spine. Oh, spooky, scary, harky tons send shivers down your spine. And though you fight to stay alive, your body starts to quiver. Or shiver. Sorry, I was just looking at the Life is Strange trailer the other day, and it's amazingly awesome. I don't know if you're aware of this, Hark, but you can return to the Batcave via the extras. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I might do that. Oh, return to the Batcave. What does that do? What does return to the Batcave do, I wonder? Everyone is okay studying. You can also change tech color if you really want to. I like my bat tech color. I like the purpleness of it. Just to see the news and codexes, you don't do much else. Oh, Euros, thank you, Euros. Ah, the other symbol that looks like a boot. It looks like an F inside of a boot, is what I call it, is a pound. Can you give a recap on your choices so far for those who haven't seen any per playthrough? That's a very good question, Werewolf. Yes, I can. Relationships and choices. I believe in bad omens. Please be careful on the Friday the 13th. Actually, a lot of times the good things actually happen to me on the Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th tends to be a lucky day for me for some reason. F in a boot is a new one. ASMR brought to you by AA. Yes. Seriously though, if you guys have a hard time hearing me, let me know. And because like I said, I can adjust. The only thing I can do is adjust the game sound down. I think my microphone is pretty much as high as I'm gonna be able to get it, so let me know. So, looks like in episode 1, you and 84.7% of players confessed to Gordon that Lucius was an ally. You and 72.1% of players chose to visit Maury for information on Riddler. You and 52.2% of players took the drive from Maury by force. You and 70.4% of players sacrificed Iman in order to save the other agents. Is that correct? Does that sound right? I think it is sound right. I think that does sound right. We might as well, while we're here, I guess we could return to the Batcave and take a look at... Oh, wow, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Can we look at codexes? There's that record, that evil record thing that killed Lucius. That's Lucius Fox. Poor Lucius Fox. I still miss him. Just like I miss Lee. Bat computer. On. Let's see if there's anything new that I missed. Yes, I can turn the music down. Audio display. I'll move it down to 4. That should be really soft. Okay. Let me know if I still need to lower it more. Gotham feed. Gotham citizens support GCPD Batman partnership. Despite some heavy criticism from elected officials, the Gotham City Police Department's public partnership with the masked vigilante known as Batman has been rousing success with the city's population. Across the board, crime in the Gotham City limits has been down from the previous year, with violent crimes hitting a record low. Go us. Though some on the city council have raised concerns about Batman's hidden identity and his operation outside the restrictions of the law, it doesn't appear to be hurting public opinion. I don't care who he is. I care that he makes things safe, said the grocery store owner Wayne Barton, whose business has seen a 50% spike in sales after dark in recent months. Councilmember Gail Rich is sympathetic to business owners like Barton, but she maintains, until we know who this Batman is, I don't think we can ever truly be safe. I feel like I already read this. Yeah, I feel like I read this already. So, yeah, I'm going to right-click those. I think I read that. There's a lot of new stuff, it looks like. Over the past year, my partnership with Jim has flourished. I've finally won his trust and Gotham. Right. Things are looking up for Jim Gordon's favorite true blue cop. Renee Montoya was recently promoted to detective after she was exonerated of the murder of Carmine Falcone. It was evidence I provided that proved she was under the influence of Lady Arkham's drug when she committed the crime. I admire Renee's dedication to law enforcement and fierce loyalty to Jim. It's evident that she lives for her work, often at the cost of her personal life. That's dedication. Lucius Fox, deceased. There would be no Batman with Lucius Fox. Everything I am. Lucius is gone. He died in this explosion at Wayne Tower, helping me solve Riddler's puzzle. Loyal friend to the end. His last words will always haunt me. That psycho Riddler was responsible for his death, and I will stop at nothing to avenge him. Was the newer stuff at the top? I guess the newer stuff was at the top. Montoya is a viable ally. It means a lot to me to have an officer of her caliber in my corner. I'm not sure how she feels about Bruce Wayne, however, especially after I went to question Maury. Gordon promised that what happened at the harbor won't change anything between us. I'm not so sure. Waller pinned the blame for the Riddler's death and the abduction of her agents on Gordon. She used it as an excuse to strip him of his position as police commissioner. Now she's taken over the GCPD. I can't help but wonder if I could have stopped it. Gordon trusts me, but I couldn't save his position. I won't forget that. Okay. John Doe. I never thought I would see John's face again until he showed up at Lucius's funeral. Evidently, he listed me as his emergency contact when he was discharged from Arkham. Could he be stalking me? He wanted me to meet his new friends. I said no. I really don't want to make him think this friendship is going anywhere. Something good did come out of our conversation. John gave me a solid lead on Riddler's location that pointed me to an abandoned water tower in Gotham's East End. Could John Doe and Riddler really be connected? If so, how? I am not my father's son. I don't know if this doesn't look like there's any update on Alfred. Tiffany Fox. Lucia's funeral didn't go well. Tiffany naturally had questions about her father's death, specifically if Riddler's contraption had anything to do with it. So I told her the truth. I owed her an honest explanation, but in this case, honesty was not the best policy. She blew up at me, threatening to dig deeper into what Lucius and I were doing. Maybe I should get in front of that. Yeah, maybe you should, Brucey. Iman Avesta. Agent Avesta and her team attempted to corner the Riddler at the docks, but ended up caught in one of his traps. She begged me to save her agents by playing along with the Riddler's game. Agent Avesta put her life on the line for her colleagues and took the Riddler's cruel punishment in their place. At the cost of her hearing, all of the agents made it out alive. Wow. She is a hero then. Amanda Waller. Waller blamed Gordon for the Riddler's death and the capture of her agents. Fair or not, she's taken over the GCPD, stripping Gordon of his title as police commissioner. I don't trust her, and she certainly doesn't trust me. And no matter how I feel about it, I have to work with her. Waller knows my identity, and she could go public with it any time. Ooh, that's a problem. I need to tread carefully around her. Vernon Blake. The Riddler ambushed Agents Blake and Avesta at the docks, using them as bait for me in one of his sick games. In an attempt to save his partner, Agent Blake pleaded with me to lose in order to save Agent Avesta's life. I couldn't do that. Agent Blake narrowly survived his encounter with the Riddler, though I'm not sure if he'll forgive me for allowing his partner to lose her hearing in the process. Well, at least she's still alive. Eli Nabel. Eli remains in police custody and refuses to give up any information about the Riddler, his plans, or his allies. It's unclear if Eli stays silent out of loyalty or fear. The Riddler, deceased. The Riddler ambushed Agent Avesta and her team at the docks in an elaborate trap. He forced me into playing one of his games in exchange for their lives. In the end, I managed to outsmart him, but at the heavy cost. Before we could bring him in for questioning, Riddler was mysteriously killed with a poison dart to the neck. All I have now are his cryptic last words. They broke the pact, but who they are and why did they want him dead? Rumi Mori. I decided to pay Mori a visit at his casino where he was being kept under the watchful eye of the agency. He admitted to selling Riddler the missiles that he has been using to target his enemies. In exchange for giving up Riddler's location, Mori demanded I pay for his escape out of the country. I refused to help Mori escape justice and took the intel on Riddler by force. I may have made an enemy of him, but he won't be up to hitting back anytime soon. The agency. The agency has fallen squarely into the Riddler's crosshairs. He blames them for creating him, though he refused to elaborate on what that means. Somehow he managed to learn the identities of all of Waller's agents and compile them into a hit list. It seems even the most secretive organization is not out of this madman's reach. Gotham City. A new class of criminals has converged on Gotham. According to Waller, they're the best of their kind and the most dangerous. John Doe, the Riddler, Dr. Quinzel, how many of them are there? The Riddler's plans to terrorize the city ended with his death, but his friends are far from finished. I'll need to deal with this new threat to Gotham, and soon. Like, with this episode. Wayne Enterprises. It was a homing missile that caused the explosion at Wayne Tower. I should never have brought Riddler's puzzle to the office. I put my employees at risk. We might be able to rebuild the tower, but we'll never be able to fill the hole left in ranks by Lucius's loss. Riddler's hideout, abandoned water tower at Gotham's East End. Gordon and I found where Riddler sleeps. He set up a hideout in an old water tower on the edge of Gotham's East End. Walking around that place was like taking a tour of Riddler's twisted psychology. He's methodical and obsessive in his sadism, using agents as guinea pigs to test out prototypes of his murder boxes. Destined to be a giant escape room, Gordon and I almost didn't get out of there alive. Luckily, Gordon was instrumental in solving his riddle, and we managed to escape together. I guess two heads already are better than one. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Gotham City Police Department HQ. Waller used her political clout to take over the GCPD. It's unclear how she'll use her power, but from what I've seen, she won't let police procedures get in her way. Okay. Cool. All right. I guess I can go main menu then. It's been so long since episode 1, I can't remember exactly what he did. John Doe does look great in purple. Admit he's really pale skin. The lips are sealed on the next episode, and they are a long time apart. So how familiar are you with the Batman comic law? Not super familiar, to be quite honest, Werewolf 14. I don't know if you need to give me any insight. Unpopular opinion here, but I love Telltale's Waller. I actually sided with her over Gordon. That's cool. That's cool. I don't think I like her more than Gordon, but she is an interesting character. I agree. I actually waited till the last series was all out before playing it. Definitely don't regret that, although if it meant I couldn't do the live stream. That makes sense. I do the same thing. Thunderbolt, I'm the whole Hurricane. Well, she's very comic accurate in terms of personality. Well, I don't really read any of the comics, but I guess that's a good thing for the fans. She is arrogant. I'm wondering if Telltale will introduce some form of task force in the future. Two heads are better than one. That's why you need a Robin Batman. That's true. Welcome to the live stream, Sylphwind. Okay. Let's go ahead and start it, hopefully. It looks like my save is fine. The Pact. With his identity on the line, Bruce must work with a new power player in Gotham. A criminal conspiracy is growing in the shadows, threatening the entire city. Let's start episode 2. Thank you, Werewolf 14. What have we got?
A madman from Gotham's past returned to terrorize my city. He drew me into his twisted game, striking at the things I hold most dear. But I survived his deadly traps. I emerged the victor. But the cost was too great. Lucius Fox is dead. Riddler is dead. And with him the only lead I had to taking down the greatest danger Gotham has ever faced. And the person best equipped to help me is a threat to my deepest secret.
Yeah.
The Riddler was going to be my way in, once we captured him alive. But now I have you to lean on. A man who lives on both sides of the line and knows exactly when to cross it. Yes, you and I will be working together very close.
Apparently I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Bruce Wayne.
Dun dun dun. The Lady of Dublin.
First thing you need to know, I can keep your secret. And despite what you did, going behind my back to Maury, I will continue to keep it.
Oh, how convenient, Telltale.
No reports. Nothing. No one else needs to know. To deal with the present threat, though, I need both of you. The man inside and outside the mask.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand, I'm not the enemy here. It may seem that way right now, but I'm not. Our problems are far too big for us to be bickering among ourselves.
If that's true, then reinstate Gordon as commissioner.
You really are loyal to that stubborn old mule, aren't you?
Yeah, wasn't it
I'll tell you
obvious?
what. Play nice with me now, and when this is all over, I'll make things right with Gordon. When
Or-
Riddler's friends hear he's dead, they ain't gonna just carrying on.
Or you could just play nice
They
with
might
me
get
now.
sloppy. They might want revenge, or they might simply accelerate their plans. I'm gonna need eyes everywhere in Gotham. A man like Bruce Wayne, with all his influence and resources, can go places Batman can't. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? Your public persona could be a great help to us here. Maybe even as much as Batman in certain situations.
My Bruce is not playing nice.
I understand.
We're not playing nice.
You think
Oh,
I
no.
work for you?
I'm pushing as many
You're
buttons
not
as I
working
can,
for me.
Amanda Waller,
We're
because it's
working
fun.
together. After all, we both want the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
What the hell?
Looks like the whole city's under attack.
We've got a report of a raid on the Gotham PD arsenal. If those bastards get their hands on our weapons...
This is coordinated. It's Riddler's gang. It has to be. We're gonna need Batman for this one.
Agreed.
Emergency services is already pushed to the limit.
Then we'll have to redeploy patrol officers to defend the arsenal.
It's Montoya.
Don't divert any men, Gordon. I can handle the arsenal call.
Woo.
Thank you. Let's move, people. This is what we trained for.
There's been an attack in the financial district.
Biotech company on the west side is under siege.
All right, let's do it. The action's picking up now. GCPD Arsenal. Oh, wow. Okay.
What more do you want with me? Shut it! You got what you came for. You don't need me.
Oh, you better hope that's not true.
Uh-oh.
Outlive your usefulness and the boss will make a pretzel out of your neck.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How many are
zip
there?
tie.
I don't know. 10 or 12, maybe? The really big one, he made me give him the keys to the armored transport vehicles. I didn't want to, I swear.
It's okay. Get out of here. Now.
Thank you, Batman.
Hey, you about done?
Yeah, just about.
All right. I'm making one more round. Hurry it up.
We're gonna drop from above.
Son of
There we go. Whoa. I just rolled to not catch, and I didn't catch. I thought I was gonna catch him, not roll out of the way to let him fall on his face, but I guess he was already dead.
Are you?
A nightmare. Much like yourself.
Oh, great.
But you can call me
I
Bane.
know who you are. Oh, snap.
A man cannot win a war alone.
Alright, Lost Luchador.
You fight well, but you fight alone. You will die alone.
Tiny hit. Yeah. There we go. Bane is like the boss character, so I gotta hit him as many times as I can. That's not gonna
I can see why Riddler wanted to be the one to kill you.
Riddler is dead.
He's dead.
Riddler?
You should be worrying about yourself.
I promised my men a hell of a battle if ever I faced you. And I'd hate to disappoint them. Oh, I haven't faced a true warrior since I left Peña Duro prison.
Okay, well that's satisfying.
Save your strength, man. This one is mine.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. Omega evolved. Ow.
I will give you a peaceful death. If you take it.
But the game's just started. Oh no! That guy's gonna die. I mean, I appreciate the health, but he doesn't have plot armor like I do. That guy was brave. That props to him. He was definitely brave. Oh no. They did this on purpose.
Pain you're feeling,
Batman. They did this on purpose. That position, they wanted you to think. That infamous position. Oh. Wow.
You all right, boss? Did you get him?
There is nothing to fear, my friend. Keep your eyes open. Don't let anyone follow you to the rails.
Don't worry, we'll take the back way by the docks.
Safe travels, my friends.
Gordon knows the city better than anyone. The GCPD should be able to quickly find the stolen weapons, but Waller will feel disrespectful for superseding her authority. My Batman doesn't care. Batman doesn't care. If I have to push all of Amanda Waller's buttons, I'm doing it.
Jim. Hope. Hang in there. Help is on the way.
The Telltale series, The Enemy Within. Wow. I think right now my mentality is I don't think my Bruce is giving Amanda the benefit of fear. You know, I understand she's not really the bad guy here, but Bruce doesn't care. She's like, no, lady, you're not playing by my rules. I'm not playing by your rules. You're playing by mine. I'm not playing nice with you. Because he's thinking, all right, you're trying to threaten me. You're threatening me by giving me, giving my secret identity to everybody. I think you're bluffing. I'm calling your bluff. I don't think you're actually going to do it. Because if you do, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Because if there's anything that compromises me, like by giving my identity away, if that compromises me, then you just lost your ace. You just lost your leverage. I mean, what are you gonna do? Hire a bunch of villains to do your dirty work for you instead? So, yeah, my Bruce, he's not taking anything from Amanda Waller. Plus, me as a player, I find it kind of fun trying to see how far I can push Amanda over the edge. I want to see her snap. I want to see her blow up. I'm like, I don't care, girl. Do it. Bring it. Whatever you got, bring it. I don't care. I've got no cares whatsoever. And we're gonna see what happens. I mean, it will probably bite Bruce in the butt. But I'm going to enjoy watching it happen. I'm going to enjoy it. Bane was always Latin American. The only time that was changed was in The Dark Knight Rises. You'd think they'd want to kill Bruce off for sure, bring his head as a trophy, but plot, I guess, and that'd be a bit much for Telltale and a non-Game of Thrones thing. He was also in Batman and Robin, but the less said about that, the better. The less said about that, the better. The only other live-action movie he's been in is the god-awful Batman and Robin. I love when Batman gets wrecked. Really reminds me he's not unstoppable. Yeah, respect my authority. Aw, poor Batman. Well, Bane in Batman and Robin was just a big Sasquatch. Yeah, that's true. I can't believe Batman is dead. He's trying to save Batman. Series over. He did save Batman. I can always find Batman Waller relationship interesting. I always find the Batman Waller relationship interesting. It was especially well done in JLU. Gordon for life. Nah, it'll just be a crossover special with The Walking Dead then. You gonna say bring it on the girl that enslaves Enchantress? Yeah! Yeah, I am. I'm not saying it's smart to say that. I'm not at all saying it's gonna be in my favor. But that's not stopping me. Yeah, I'm doing it. It's especially fun to test Gordon's patience. Bruce Banner will probably get raided by the FBI like in season 1. That might. Oh, I mean, I want to see what the consequences is going to be if I continue to go against Amanda the entire way, because like I'm not playing the balance game here with her. I want to see what happens when I go the deep end. If I'm going to commit to being loyal to Gordon and completely slight Amanda, I am going all the way. I'm not doing it halfway. I'm doing it 150%. And then see how it backfires. Because I think that would be interesting to watch. Notice the kind of camaraderie Bane had with his men. He refers to them as my friends. Bruce is Terry sort of dad, and Amanda is Terry sort of mom. Got it. I wonder if there's any troll playthroughs where someone's silent Waller all the time. I think TF's Gaming did that, but to Harvey Two-Face, sorta. Yeah, I remember that. It was hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna see how far. We're gonna see how patient. We'll see how quickly it gets before I can get Amanda Waller to snap.
Batman!
Batman!
Hey!
Say something if you can hear me!
Hey, Gordon.
Gordon.
Christ. Batman. Come on, help me.
It won't move!
Batman, we're gonna need you to help us push this thing off you. Come on! You can do it!
It's moving!
Drag. There we go.
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
The mechanic. Where is he?
Is he alive? Oh no, is he dead?
He didn't make it.
Rough.
Damn it.
Doggone it, he was
He
brave.
saved my life.
I know. He was brave.
Batman?
I didn't even catch his name.
It's okay, Jim. I just need a minute.
I just call him Scooter. Poor Scooter. Poor
When you're feeling up to it, I'd love to hear what the hell happened here.
Can I tell you?
Who did this to you?
Los Luchador.
He called himself Bane.
Los Luchador,
His
Bane.
men loaded the weapons onto the APCs. Said they were taking them to a warehouse near the docks. You need to find them.
Don't worry. We'll catch the bastards.
His name was
You better
Chip.
believe the entire force is motivated after what happened tonight. These bastards declared war on our city.
Tell them to be careful, Jim. Don't let them take any unnecessary risks.
Rest in peace, Chip.
These men are dangerous.
You are a good man.
Montoya, update the APB information. And remind all units to proceed with extreme caution. Don't need anyone else playing hero tonight.
Yes, sir.
No, not 2 days away from retirement.
Thanks for sticking your neck out and calling me with this.
Poor Chip.
I need all the juice I can get now that we live in Waller's Gotham.
Yes. Maybe
We're
if
going to
I...
have to stick together if we're going to weather her storm.
Yeah, I agree.
You and me, we're nothing like her. We're men of principle, who still believe in the letter of the law.
I will always have your back, Jim.
Thanks, Batman. You don't know how good it is to hear that.
Oh. Maybe if we annoy Waller enough.
Thanks
she'll
again for
leave.
keeping me in the loop. It means a lot.
Oh yeah, sure. It's easy. It's an easy choice. You're doing well. Oh, is that
Right on
Waller?
time.
Oh no, it's not.
I'll get to the Batcave. See if I can make some sense of what happened tonight.
Hey,
So, what did I
Blake.
miss?
I was at the scene of a heist at the Gotham brokerage house when Batman called me here.
What were they after?
We're still getting a full account. Once the dust settles, I'll send you everything we've got. Detective Bullock's writing up a full report. I'll have him send you a copy.
Officers are ready for your deployment orders.
I've got to get going.
Hi.
Your partner, Avesta. How is she?
Yeah.
Still in the hospital. Doctors say the hearing damage could be permanent.
Ugh.
Damn it, it should have been me. I failed her.
No, she...
I put her in danger. It's my fault.
The blame for what happened to Avesta rests with Riddler, not you.
That's nice of you to say. Look, I owe you one for saving my life back there. So I gotta warn
Oh,
you.
thanks, Blake.
Waller flipped when she heard you called Gordon instead of her.
Oh, really? Tell me
You
more.
really should stay on Waller's good side for as long as you can.
You're
for
sweet.
everyone's sake.
You're sweet, Blake, but thank you for letting me know.
I'll tell Avesta you asked about her.
You're okay, Blake.
Alfred,
I like you. You're
prep
okay.
the med bay. We're going to need it.
Yep. Episode dos. Because it's Spanish for two. The Pact. Strange bedfellows. Wait. Strange bedfellows. Who are we talking about here? Are you what? What are you playing, game? What? I was just joking.
I'm fine.
I didn't think the game would take me seriously. I tell you,
You are
Telltale
not
writers
fine,
are watching
Bruce.
me. Well, let's play.
None of this is fine. You were nearly killed tonight.
Yeah.
Those minutes of silence, waiting for you to respond, they were the worst of my life.
He should have died,
I
actually.
didn't know if you were alive or dead, or if I would ever see you again.
It wasn't a great time for me either.
I know. We already lost Lucius.
Yeah.
I couldn't bear losing you, too.
Oh, Alfred.
We can talk about all this later.
Yeah, thanks.
Come on now. Let's get you patched up.
Thank you. Hi, perfect portal. Oh! Okay, well, this is fine.
As if he wasn't bad enough. Now Director Waller knows your identity.
Yeah.
That information in her hands?
Waller isn't the one we need to worry about. Bane is still on the loose, with enough guns to arm a small militia.
I understand. The man died for you tonight, Bruce. Tried to save you from that monstrosity.
Yeah.
Too many have died. In too short a time. The cost of this war, it just continues to rise.
I need your strength right now.
Of course. Sorry for not being my resolute self. We've never gone up against anyone able to cause you so much harm.
Waller was right about one thing. Riddler was just a small part of a larger threat. Let's begin with the dart I pulled from his neck.
Got it?
I'm good, thanks, Al.
Poor Bruce.
There's still some toxin left in here.
What kind of toxin?
Something new. There's a whole series of powerful psychoactive meds in this cocktail. Drugs that are lethal when combined.
Who could have come up with such a concoction?
And did the same person pull the trigger?
Bane's attack was one of 3 tonight, all at the same time.
Let's bring him up. Get an assessment of the damage.
Apparently Alfred is adept at surgery himself. Alfred has med training. Come on, this episode is basically, you need help, Batman. Gordon, oh, I did not know that. I don't know if that's a spoiler for some people. But still seems stressful to put him through that after last season. There was a thing where Gordon puts on a bat suit once? Maybe you could tickle his mustache during fight? It's probably his weak point. Alfred's very impressionable, isn't he? I see they improved the shirtless Bruce model. Yes, they did. Agent C46. Yes, they did. Okay. Until then, let's pair Bruce with John Doe. Yeah, Batman. Oh, interesting. See, Batman, this is why you call Nightwing or Red Hood to help you when the big boys come pounding. Don't do drugs, Bruce. Huh, that seems interesting. I guess Batman's gone for long enough where anything can happen. Telltale, we know you're reusing the shirtless Vaughn model. Oh, are they reusing the shirtless Vaughn model? I actually don't know if they are. Interesting. Interesting. Alfred is a field medic, if I remember right. Loads of people have taken on the mantle of Batman. Well, Alfred was formerly in Special Forces or something. That's pretty darn cool. Like I said before, and I will say it again, I can't believe Bane doesn't die from the poison he puts into his veins. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it didn't work out for him last season. Let's hope no one injects him again this season. Dick Grayson, Gene Paul, Tim Drake. I assume it was just like steroids rather than a deadly poison. I don't know, but I thought I'd get you to look. Yeah, unfortunately from this angle, I can't really determine one way or another. Practically everyone, to be honest. Gothcorp Lab, Gotham Brokerage. Gothcorp Labs.
Gothcorp Labs, genetic research facility. Where do we even start with this?
Yes, I have no idea.
Authorities can't determine what was even stolen until all of that melts.
At least 20 dead, some completely encased in ice.
Ice?
The others were frozen solid.
Oh.
Some of their limbs shattered as they fled.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
Waller's intel shows that the thieves made off with numerous pieces of equipment used in the storage and transportation of biological material.
I don't even want to think what they'd want that for.
No IDs on any suspects, though. Security cameras frozen. All witnesses dead.
Oh. Let it go. Let it go. Gotham Brokerage.
Gotham Brokerage. 10 million diamonds stolen. Some safety deposit boxes emptied. Contents unknown. Over a dozen dead, and even more wounded. Mostly by gunshot, though some victims had their heads smashed in.
Oh, that's barbaric.
Oh my gosh, it's Madison. I mean, Dr. Harleen Quinzel. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. She looks good in this version. I like the model.
Witnesses place Harleen Quinzel at the scene.
Wow.
Dressed up as a clown and wielding a mallet.
Oh, I love the fact that she uses a mallet.
Riddler's friends are as insane and gruesome as he was. Perhaps even more.
Oh,
Those same witnesses say that she acted alone. All that carnage.
Oh.
All by herself.
Oh no, this is hard. Do I have to choose between the two? Oh my goodness. This is exciting. We've got Bane and Mr. Freeze from what I'm thinking. I mean, they're heavy-handing us something that screams Mr. Freeze and Harley Quinn all in this one episode. That is awesome. I'm so excited that they're bringing in all these classic villains into this. Despite some, all right, I already read that, and I think I already cleared all this. Oh, we've got some new stuff. Iman Avesta. Agent Blake informed me his partner, Agent Avesta, is in the hospital recovering from the traumatic hearing loss she suffered at the hands of Riddler. I can't help but blame myself for her situation. I know that the circumstances were impossible. It was the lives of 3 agents or Avesta's hearing. Yeah, I mean, it's rough, but it's still the lives of 3 agents versus losing your hearing, but you're still alive. But that doesn't excuse the part I played in changing her life. Fair enough, Bruce. Waller confessed to knowing my true identity. This might prove to be dangerous, especially if I choose not to cooperate with her. Oops. She wanted me to share with her all new information I uncover. I didn't follow her up on instructions to keep her in the loop when I decided to call Gordon instead of her after the attack on the GCPD arsenal. Oops. I don't know how badly this may shake her confidence in me, something I'd like to avoid considering the leverage she could use against me. Previous menu. The agency. I have to work with the agency now or risk Waller exposing my identity. She can try. With Riddler gone, their main target appears to be the group of international criminals he was the ringleader of. Honestly, to be perfectly honest, I think it'd be really interesting to find out what would happen if all of a sudden Gotham City knew Bruce's identity. So, I guess out of character, because I don't think I've ever personally have seen a storyline where people knew Bruce's identity, at least not permanently. I'm sure there's probably been like some storylines where like maybe temporarily they did, but then everything went back to normal for somehow back to normal. But honestly, I think it'd be interesting to see what would happen. So I guess another reason why I'm so going against Waller is because if she does reveal Bruce's identity, sure, that would be kind of a pain in the butt for Bruce, but for me, who's playing the game, I would be highly entertained to see what would that be like and how the game would react to that, assuming that actually becomes a thing. We will see. We will see. Yeah, okay. Harley Quinn is greater than Freeze. I mean, I do admit that Harley Quinn, I think, is greater. I do enjoy her as a character way more than Mr. Freeze. But in the interest of picking something that may not be as popular, that would be one big reason why if I did have a choice between Harley and Mr. Freeze, I would probably want to try to go the path less traveled, if that makes sense. And I feel like a lot of people are fans of Harley and would want to prioritize Harley. So that's the only reason why I'm leaning more towards Mr. Freeze at the moment. Here's to hoping Kite Man shows up. Well, he's not Joker, so maybe he'll be turned into Joker by headquarters instead of the other way around, like most things. I don't know, but for the sake of this live stream, pretending to see it for the first time because I don't want spoilers, and I know what happened. Got it. I'm not the biggest fan of Harley, to be honest. Harley is greater than everyone else. Oh, here Bruce running around as a bat. She's a little overrated, in my opinion. You aren't werewolf. I'm just pretending. Blah blah blah. I met your entitled opinion. I really don't like how she's become like DC's Deadpool. I can see that, actually. And I mean, if that's the case, I think it's cool that we have a female Deadpool. That's neat, I think. She even broke the fourth wall in a comic I read recently. That's kind of funny, actually. I like Freeze because he's more of a tragic character. See, I'm more sympathetic to Mr. Freeze. Not that Harley isn't a sympathetic character, because I think it's awful how the Joker tends to treat her. It depends on, I guess, which Harley Quinn Joker, I guess, version you're talking about. But for the most part, classically, she is so into the Joker, and the Joker is so abusive to her. And it's just, I feel horrible, because I know what she was supposed to be like before, and then she just kind of went all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because she fell in love with this guy who was such a total catch to her. So I understand she's a very tragic character, but I also feel like Mr. Freeze, especially when we're talking about why he does what he does, I felt that his storyline makes me more likely to cry over. I'm more likely to cry over his storyline than Harley's issues with the Joker. So that's sort of why I do favor... I am more sympathetic to Mr. Freeze than Harley. Not super in Batman and hero stuff, but don't all Batman characters have tragic backstories, more or less? Yeah. Freeze's story is very interesting, but that's something that's cool about... That's something that's cool about Batman villains. I saw what you did there, Malik, even though you totally, I'm sure, didn't actually do it on purpose. But I still see what you did there, subconsciously. Something... Oh, Campedocus and I are on the same page. My goodness. Same page, Campedocus. Yes, high five. I don't agree with some character choices, but I love Harley's design in this. They're usually more on the tragic side. Like, Harley is a super tragic story, especially Batman TAS version, where she was first introduced. The animated series, yeah. Telltale did something extremely cool with Harley. One interesting thing that connects Harley and Freeze is that they're both basically made by the animated series. Mr. Freeze was made by the animated series? I didn't realize that. I thought Mr. Freeze was always a thing. I knew Harley was created by the animated series, but I didn't realize Mr. Freeze was. I thought he'd been around. I guess, now that I think about it, he wasn't in the 1960s Adam West. Rest in peace, Adam West. I don't think he was in that one, I guess. So maybe that is true. Maybe this season there'll be a love triangle with Joker, Harley, Bruce. Be fun if you could flirt with John Doe like you could with Jesus as Javier. That would be interesting. Now, Freeze was made way back in 1959. That's what I thought. Freeze's backstory was invented for... Oh, Freeze's backstory. Got it. His backstory was invented for Batman the Animated Series, as was Harley's whole character. Gotcha. Thank you for specifying werewolf. Exactly. One of my favorite Batman the Animated Series episodes is Mad Love. I know, but we didn't have the Nora backstory. Ah, got it. So he's a very different character. Let's see. These emotes, I assume that's a popular... Seniors assumed emotes could only be used in China. Okay. He was in the 60s version. He was in the Adam... Oh, Mr. Freeze was in the Adam West series. Okay, cool. I remember 60s Mr. Freeze kept changing the actor look. Okay. Okay. I like both their backstories, but I haven't liked a Harley design since BTAS. Keeping in mind, I don't read the comics. Wikipedia says 3. Hark, so you like Harley and the Joker more than Mr. Freeze, Bane? Either way, it would be better if Dent was... Either way, it would better if Dent was brought back. Bruce said he wasn't giving up on him. I kind of wanted to for the game to like go in that direction where he could still hold true to his interest in not giving up on Harvey, but I have a feeling we're not going to get a chance with that at least this season. That's just my guess. Right, click back out.
Money, biotech. What are they planning?
We won't know until we get to Bane.
I don't mean to cause offense, but you're in no shape to beat the information out of that monster.
He looks like in pretty good shape to me, Alfred.
If it comes to it.
Not from where I'm sitting.
We've already seen how formidable Bane is on his own. Taking on all of them, that would be suicide in your current condition.
Of course I could use help. But both the GCPD and the agency are stretched thin. One thing's for sure. We can't just wait around for Bane to strike again. The death toll is already too high.
I love you too, Malik.
Waller might have been right. Some problems might be better solved by Bruce Wayne. Riddler said his friends abandoned him at the Lady of Dublin.
He alluded to the fact that John Doe was one of them.
If that's the case, then John can get you close to the others. He already wants you to meet them. John Doe might be your best chance of getting inside, finding out what they're up to.
I'm not really sure what to say at this point.
Well, the one thing you can trust is John's desire to be close to you.
Yeah.
If you play your cards right, John might tell you everything you want to know.
It'll be dangerous approaching Bane and his people this way. They'll be suspicious of anyone who isn't a proven criminal. You'll have to give the performance of a lifetime to pull the wool over their eyes.
Bruce Wayne has influence, an endless bank account, and as of last year, questionable integrity.
Everything a criminal network looks for in a new recruit.
So that's it then. I find John Doe and accept his offer. Hopefully the invitation is still open.
John, I'd like to take you up on your offer. Excellent news. I do like how John's response in orange. My favorite color. I'm wearing it. Can we meet? No, just the place. The stacked deck? The stacked deck.
The stacked deck. That's where he is.
Speaking of stacked...
I suppose you couldn't wait an hour or two while you rest.
Not a chance.
Okay, fine. So you consider bleeding and covered in bandages to be good shape? No, I don't. I don't believe that that's in good shape, but he still looks like he is in good shape. All things considering.
Batman?
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you about Batman. He's no hero. The way I see it, he's just a bunch of hired muscle for rich guys. Guys like Bruce Wayne.
I see. Willie, tell Bruce Wayne how that makes you feel.
Okay. It feels...
No, Willie, he's on your right.
It feels like crap, Wayne.
Preach!
And you're just a huge, colossal, gigantic, spoiled piece of
Okay, I have to say, that little Bruce doll on that chair is adorable. It is adorable. I want a little Bruce doll that I could sit, you know, in a chair and tell all my problems to. That's kind of cool. What are the odds that John Doe is Joker? I mean, at least he doesn't lose part of his ear again. That said, Bruce and Avesta can bond over mutual ear injuries. Oh gosh. He is the proto-Joker. That's how Telltale thinks of him. Huh. He'll most likely become the Joker, but as of right now, there is no Joker. Ooh, enjoy your date. Stacked deck sounds like a delicious sandwich place. Be right back. This is such a terrible idea. I know, right, Jovian? Fun fact, John Doe is the name, that anonymous name that people who sue someone takes. Yeah, John Doe is pretty much the name that a lot of people use, like Jane Doe. People use for just a generic, like, placeholder name when you don't have an actual name to use. Wasn't that the bar in the season where he and Selina fought together? Oh, that could be it. It'd be cool to be able to stop him from becoming the Joker. That would be cool. You know what would have also been cool? Been able to stop Harvey Dent from becoming Two-Face. That would have been really cool, Telltale. Where's that option? I'm curious, do you have any sympathy for John? It often seems you're pretty put off by him. Yes, I do. I do have sympathy about him. It's just, he just makes me really uncomfortable. I want to believe he's a good guy, and I want to believe his intentions are good. He just makes me very uncomfortable. And to be fair, if I were to take away my knowledge that he's the proto-Joker, if I were to separate him from the meta like idea that he could very well be being set up to become the Joker eventually, I would say that he probably has some sort of like social disorder. It's possible he might be on the spectrum, and if that's the case, because I mean, he definitely doesn't seem to understand like a lot of social cues, and he doesn't seem to get how, like, the way he was behaving at the funeral, he just didn't seem to... I don't think he was saying the things he was saying to be a creepy guy who was being purposely disrespectful to Tiffany and everybody else who was mourning the death of their loved one. I don't think he had anything malicious behind it. I think he just doesn't get it. And therefore, yeah, I am sympathetic that he doesn't seem to know better. So I am, to answer the question. It's just I just don't know how to deal with him, I guess. I don't know how to talk to him. I don't know how to handle him to keep him, to basically protect him from himself and other people. You know, I would love to be able to figure out what is the magical, you know, formula to keep himself out of trouble for his sake and everybody else's.